Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is Cindy. I'm a certified K through 6th grade teacher, and today I want to share with you my top 5 tips for reading aloud. Tip number 1, just do it. I'm always so surprised by the number of teachers who tell me that they don't have enough time to read aloud during their instructional day. And I know things are crazy right now. Some people are learning virtually. Some people are, teaching in the classrooms and they're wearing masks. And even before the pandemic, classroom life was crazy. But I'm telling you, if you make time for nothing else in your day, please make time for reading aloud. It truly is one of the most powerful instructional strategies that you can have as a classroom teacher. And if you are a substitute teacher and you are popping around to different classrooms day to day, it also is another powerful way for you to help your students with their behaviors, help students with rewards, and just to overall manage the classroom. And we'll definitely talk about that in another video, but just read aloud to your students. Make the time and just do it. Tip number 2, plan ahead. Now, don't get me wrong. To me, any kind of read aloud is better than no read aloud at all. There is something to be said about just picking up a book and enjoying it with your students. But like I said earlier, reading aloud is one of the most powerful tools that you have in your instructional toolkit as a teacher. And the best way to lift the power of the read aloud in your classroom is just to take a few extra minutes and plan ahead. And what I mean by that is when you pick up a book to share with your students, you almost always have a motivation for reading it, right? You have a certain focus or a certain skill or strategy that you want to teach your students with that book. So take a few minutes, read through the book, especially easy, right, if it's a picture book. Read through and then just mark a few spots, maybe with a sticky note or even on a clipboard. Just kind of plan ahead some spots where you want to stop and use that stopping point as an opportunity to engage students and focus them on whatever it is that you want to teach them with that book. It literally takes like 5 minutes. I swear to you, it doesn't take long at all, and you have just lifted the power of your instruction with that book. Tip number 3, model. Okay, let's go on a really weird tangent here for a second and think about Victoria's Secret models. What is the purpose of a Victoria's Secret model? It's to show you how you will look if you too buy their lingerie, right? I have never looked like a Victoria's Secret model in that lingerie, just saying. So when we as teachers model as we are reading aloud to our students, we are giving our students a vision of what they could do too, or how they could look as readers if they do the same things that we do. Think about it for a second. If somebody just handed you a bike and you never saw a video, a picture, a real person riding a bike, you may have no idea what it's supposed to look like. It's the same thing with reading. It's important that we show our kids through modeling what strong reading looks like. Tip number 4, think aloud. Yes, I literally mean think aloud. Share your thoughts out loud with your students. Just like modeling, we want to demonstrate for students how their own thinking should look or might look as they are reading their own books. And the best way to do that is to make our thinking apparent. When we are reading a book aloud, stop and think, that's a big problem, isn't it? I'm wondering what this character might do to solve that problem. Are you thinking that too? Just by taking a moment to think aloud and show our students how we are thinking, we are giving them the opportunity to see how mature grown readers think so that they can practice doing the same thing themselves in their own books. And tip number 5, keep it fun. And what I mean by that is reading aloud books should be a joy in your classroom. It shouldn't be a chore. I know there are so many things that we have to do as classroom teachers. Reading aloud shouldn't feel like one more thing we have to check off the to-do list. Having our students gathered around us and sharing in a really great book with them should be joyful and fun, and the students should feel that way too. When we ask students to answer questions, that engagement should feel like an actual conversation. Students should feel excited about sharing their thoughts and thinking, what's going to happen next? Oh my gosh, did you just see what that character did? If reading aloud isn't fun in your classroom, stop and think about how tomorrow you're going to start making it fun. Because above all else, we want to teach our students that reading is fun. So that's it. That's my 5 favorite tips for reading aloud. And now I want you to share with me. Leave a comment down below and share your favorite tips for reading aloud. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.